Warning: this Let's Play may contain discussions including, but not limited to, sexual references, drug use, and violence. It will certainly contain vulgar language and radical lunatic left-wing discussions. It is not intended for younger audiences. And welcome back, everybody. This is Thorn with the Game Design Lexicon. We are currently playing the case of the Golden Idol, wonderful murder mystery type game. Trying to figure out who killed, what's going on here anyway. Blanked. Let's see. Some of this stuff should be fairly obvious. Blank. So... So we have two verbs that we need to use, and they gave us 5 of them, right? Attack, cursed, hypnotized, jump, pushed. So-and-so blanked. Verb, modifier. From a... Okay, let's take a look at some clues again, see if we can't get anything a little bit more concrete here. So, the one who claims to... So we already know this. If someone can repeat the claimant is punished with death. However, if somebody can perform a miracle and nobody can repeat, then the claimant is crowned as reborn, right? And we kind of know that's happening because I think that's happening with Mr. Keen, right? Because he's using the idol for that. I think this dude here tried to recreate the miracle. So Walter Keen, whoever is behind the lighthouse right now, dead, which I think is Alistair Koch. I could be wrong about that. I think they tried to repeat the experiment. So, jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying and become Griffin Reborn, right? It's Griffin Reborn, right? Not Reborn Griffin. Griffin Reborn, right? So-and-so jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying and become Griffin Reborn. But so-and-so blanked the with jumped from this resulted in Dundunk's death from a head wound? No, it's not a head wound. Severe wound at the back of his head. No, it is a head wound, right? So this resulted in someone's death, whoever this is supposed to be. We still don't have the names all correct. I do know that this guy's Walter Keen. I do know that that's Nicholas Maker. I'm fairly sure it's Nicholas Maker, right? In charge of notes, Nicholas Maker. As far as notes, he's the only one carrying a notebook. Though I don't know what he has on him to Maker. Okay, so he has mail on himself also to tell us that he is Nicholas Maker. So I'm very positive that is Nicholas Maker. As far as everyone else, not as sure. So Nicholas Maker, Walter Keane, and I'm fairly certain that I have Lazarus Hearst correct. I could be wrong on that though. Okay, so miracle of flying, right? Is that what he was trying to do? Blackmailed blank blank to find out how blank blank. So this is how Walter Keane. So close on some of these, but no cigar. No cigar yet. We do think that Walter Keane goes here. So I'm pretty sure that whole first part is correct. Walter Keane jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying and become Griffin Reborn. And then somebody else, the dead guy, something the idol afterwards. This resulted in some. Oh, wait a second. So. I wonder what that, second verb is. Again, let's go over some clues here. So, history. Harrington demonstrated flying, jumped off a cliff. Proud Beast Master Lord Seance. Angus McBain repeated the miracle. Angus McBain. So, Angus McBain was the current Griffin, right? So, I am almost positive now that Angus McBain is the crooked guy. Which makes me also think that Angus McBain blackmailed somebody to find out how Walter Keane would perform the miracle of flying, right? But we're still kind of iffy on all this stuff. So, yeah, Angus McBain. And then masks, strange-looking masks. I'm sure they have nothing to do with anything. The shoes do, though. Meaning that we have two people here with the curved front boots, which is this footprint here heading back from the corpse. And then we have this guy here with pointed toe boots, right? And he heads towards the corpse and then back from the corpse. So, okay. So that means that... Okay, I think I got that. So that means Walter King would have had it first. Angus McBain would have had it second, right? And then Lazarus Hearst would have had it last? That's not right, though. Ha ha ha. So Lazarus Hearst had it first. Then Angus McBain had it. And then maybe I have it wrong. Maybe Angus McBain tried it first. So Lazarus Hearst had it first, fucked up the whole process from Angus McBain, and he ended up falling to his death or something of the sort, or being struck by the cane. And then Walter Keane had it and performed the miracle Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Do the ores have anything to do with anything? I don't think so. Alistair Koch. Wonder what that has to do with anything. So, we do know the last person who jumped from the lighthouse locked the door from the inside. Which means nobody came back, or nobody went in after him, and nobody came out after him, I guess. So... okay. Next set of clues. What does the stamp having 7 have to do with anything? That's this guy. So... is that Walter Keane? There's no way that's Walter Keane. Oh, holy shit, really? Okay, so now we got all the people correct. Walter Keane, Lazarus Hurst. So Lazarus Hurst was able to perform this, the flying. Well, shit, this changes around a lot of my story. Okay, so we have two of the clues filled in correctly. And again, that sheds some serious light on stuff. Just to James Turner, Lazarus Hurst, Alistair Koch, the lighthouse owner, Walter Keane, the conspirator, Nicholas Maker, the note taker, and Angus McBain, the dead one. So we do know that Angus McBain died from a head wound, we think anyway. So Walter Keane, that's not right either. It's Lazarus Hurst jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying and become Griffin Reborn, because he's currently the one becoming the Griffin Reborn, right? He's also the one with the book that has all the instructions on how to do it. Okay, miracle preparations. After input, aim to the sky. Press the lever to maximum position and hold for at least 10 seconds. At this point, the idol should be full enough to perform the miracle once what? Miracle hypothesis. The water works better, but the effect is not as convincing. Therefore, main challenge is ensuring my balance when holding onto the idol. Practice is paramount. And safety notice. Upon pulling the trigger, if the glyph input is meaningful, the idol will perform the intended action on the target it can see. If its eye is red... okay. And the idol itself... is on that. So, no dot, square, square. No dot, square, square, which is this one right here. Okay. Huh. So Lazarus Hurst jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying and become Griffin Reborn. So somebody cursed the idol afterwards? Is that true? I still don't think I'm any closer to figuring out who did what on here than what I already have. Let's see. Griffin. Let's see, what do we have? So he has no notes. He has Master McBain. Okay, hold on a second. McBain is the one that's dead. So let's finish reading this guy's note. Dear Master McBain, these threats to contact the Chief Inspector about my past offended me greatly. Being an honest soul, I have no choice but to comply with your base demands. So, McBain blackmailed. Okay. So, Angus McBain blackmailed, blackmailed Walter Keane to see how Lazarus Hearst would perform the miracle. So that's all 3 clues now, right? So Lazarus Hearst jumped from the lighthouse using the idol to demonstrate the miracle of flying and become Griffin Reborn. Okay. Almost there. I may have invited Lazarus into your brotherhood, but he has not shared all of his secrets with me. Luckily, I had an opportunity to see him practicing this miracle. He has a magical artifact hidden in his cane. When performing the miracle, inputted the following glyphs. Then he pressed a small lever on the handle of the cane, and it granted him the powers demonstrated in the miracle. I have no doubt that the staff will work just as well in your hands as his. So... Of course, I don't really know the significance of the snuff box, but... Okay, so Angus McBain blackmailed Walter Keane to find out how Lazarus Hearst would perform the miracle of flying. We know that for sure. Lazarus had it first, then Angus had it, and then Walter had it. So Lazarus performed the miracle of flight, and then Angus tried and failed. And that's when Walter Keane had it, which he does now, right? Huh. I wonder if it's as simple as Angus McBain jumped with the idol afterwards. This resulted in Angus McBain's death from a head wound. So it says 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. So I'm really close with that, right? What an honor to experience such an event. Codhead, time noon. Okay. Dear Water Snake Brother Maker, as the director of the 7th, I do not access work. Please go through the official channels so my staff can evaluate your credentials as an attorney. JT. Do we have a JT? James Turner. So that's a letter from him to him. And then finally, Water Snake Master. Lately I have experienced disturbing dreams and I feel cursed. Are you the source of this with your magic? Desist immediately and know that when pushed, my rage is absolute. I do not toy with well-being of the Emperor's general, for I do not tolerate being attacked. In my many voyages, I have learned the dark arts too. If need be, I will summon 1,000 invisible demons to crush your bones. So I'm wondering if that has anything to do with how he actually died. It's not so simple for me to get you a seat alongside me of the Court of Directors of the Seven Seas Company. As a doctor, I recommend you stop obsessing over it. It'll only unbalance your humors. So, thinking maybe... Okay, it's not cursed. So it is definitely jumped. From the lighthouse. Got it. Okay. Scroll has been fulfilled. No hints accessed. When Lazarus Hearst jumped from the lighthouse and survived using the hidden golden idol, Master Angus McBain thought he had enough information to repeat the miracle and prevent Lazarus from becoming Griffin Reborn. He seized the staff from Lazarus and locked the lighthouse door to prevent foul play. However, he did not know all of the secrets of the idol. It did not work for him, and Angus jumped to his death. Nice, nice. One more done. I wonder if I can finish another before I have to finish the stream. Or if I should save it for another time. Because it looks like there's more chapters, too. So... We got 9 minutes left on this block. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and end it here, and maybe we'll play some more of this next Monday, because I do want to finish this. This is my kind of game. This is fun. It's thinky. It's kind of weird and creepy and interesting. And I mean, it's a neatly well put together game, and I like Godot games. What can I say? I do like Godot games. So let's, I'm not going to be able to finish another one in the less than 45 minutes that we have left. So I'm going to go ahead and just call it here. I certainly want to thank X-Band for showing up. I will take a look at the information that you passed me on EverQuest Adventures for the PlayStation 2, see if I can get that working. And maybe we can do something with that. We'll certainly see. I certainly want to thank anyone else for showing up. I certainly appreciate you being around. Remember, we do stream normally Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, noon p.m. till 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Next Wednesday, let me go over our schedule for this week. Next Wednesday is our Modern PC Game Day. We will be playing... what the hell are we playing next Wednesday? Oh, yeah. Our Adventurers Guild, a wonderful Adventurers Guild RPG for the PC Windows platform. One of the ones that I bought on this recent Steam sale. Turn-based strategy game where you manage a guild of adventurers. Sounds pretty interesting. And then we'll have our normal Chrono Trigger on Thursday, and hopefully we'll get a little further in solving that. I know I missed last week's on that. And then on Friday, we're going to be playing the original Dune game from 1992. That's the predecessor to Dune 2, which was known as one of the original real-time strategy games, one of the games that kind of started off the entire like RTS and MOBA movement. Should be pretty interesting, but from what I understand, the first Dune game is fairly radically different than the second one. So I do want to take a look at it because I've personally never played it, so that'll be interesting. Remember, we do start at 12 p.m. noon. We do play until 4 typically, depending on how. Well, usually on our normal days, I try and make it till 4. I know it's not 4 yet, but Monday is a day that I normally don't stream. So, and that is Central Standard Time, GMT -6. If you can't catch us live, by all means, hit us up over on YouTube, where we do stream, or we do take all these streams and put them over there, cut them up into 30-minute blocks, where they're a little bit more digestible. Other words, you can catch any of my other social media platforms in my abouts, and those are updated regularly. They also, other social media platforms as well as other information about me. So yeah, let's go ahead and call it a day. Again, thank everyone for showing up. I certainly appreciate it, especially on this stream that I don't normally stream, these days that I normally don't stream. I will see everybody Wednesday. If I don't see you before then, which I probably shouldn't because I got a doctor's appointment tomorrow. And we'll continue it there. We'll continue it there with some our Adventurers Guild next Wednesday. I will see you then.